Round of 16 MIAA divisional tournament matchup between the Burlington Red Devils and the Dracut Middies from the Middlesex Valley League Conference. Burlington is red hot coming into this. The last time they faced Dracut, they lost by a score of 6-5. And talking with head coach Brandon Maney, before the game, they play a smothering defense. That's going to be the key to this game, is beating that defense. Burlington in past games has blown out their opponent a lot. I mean, some of these scores are insane. Dracut 11-7 coming into this. Burlington 14-4 as we get set underway. And the face-off underway at the Big B in center field, and that looks like it will be Dracut possession here. Entering the zone and circling back is Charlie Martiganis. It's going to be a battle of two heavyweights. Dracut getting the best of Burlington earlier in the regular season, but by one goal. And today it's going to be all about those men in between the pipes. It's Quinn McDonald for Burlington, and I will update you on Dracut's tendy in a flash. Around the horn, Andrew Mullen working against Max Levitt at the 30 now. Circling it back around. And behind the net, working against James Ellis, the long pole. Trying to reset Dracut, trying to get a clean shot on net here. Top of the key now, gets a screen. Fires one on net, and McDonald picks that one up from the ground. McDonald outlet pass. Finds John Mello. Nope, that's not Mello. That is Josh Levitt, excuse me. McDonald's way out of his net now, finding a clear pass. And he does. That's Mike DePietro taking it all the way down. DePietro, and the pass just a little high for Charlie Hannafin. It will be Dracut possession. Cole Tierney Honan in net for Dracut. As they take it up midfield now. Almost lost possession, now scooped up by Andrew Mullen. Working against Ryan Ellis. Poking and poking. Mullen circling. Centering, entering. Cole Hudson spinning. Double team now. Tries to roll one in and misses that one. Put back on net, and McDonald the save. And now in the crease, McDonald will cover that one up. So all Dracut early. Outlet pass, Ryan Ellis. Up the right sideline, Ellis. Into the zone. Back around the net, Brandon DeRosa. Puts one on net, trying to find Jason Kane, and incomplete. 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Charlie Wilk. And now the goalie, Tierney Honan, will just jog it up the field. Losing possession. But getting it back, the long pole, and a turnover here. It will be Burlington possession. Merrimack Valley Conference, excuse me. That's what I meant, not Middlesex. Earlier in the game. Behind the net, Kane. Back up top, Jake Sloan. Now Burlington's turn to get a clean shot on net. Working it back around. This is Nolan Jennings, the captain and the all-star. Gets a screen from Andriolo. Inside, running it in. Now curling back around the net. Still going. That's Charlie Hannafin getting a shot on net and the save made. But that looks like Burlington possession, and it will be. That's Daniel Hannafin. Looking around, and we got a whistle. It's a turnover. That will be Dracut possession. And now here come the middies across midfield, taking all the way up. That's Charlie Maragandis. Working it back, Owen French at the 35 now. Circling back around, in and out move. Almost falling over to the turf monster. Everyone manned up here. Back behind the net. James Ellis with a good forecheck and a shot on net. Bounces up and wide. Centering again, and the score! Dracut's Matt Lesniak gets it started, and it's 1-0 middies. '21. And it looks like we're going to restart the possession. And looks like we're already getting chippy. 5 minutes into the first quarter. And that will be Burlington possession. The ref's not having it today. Round to 16.
Scored by number 22, Matt Lesniak.
Excuse me, that was 22. Yeah, I was right. Okay.
By number 25, Spencer Teneriello. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 17 seconds.
Now Nolan Jennings, all-star and MVP Nolan Jennings of the Middlesex League. Almost losing the ball, and it looks like he did not lose the ball. Sent back in, ball still on the ground. And that will be Dracut possession. So Dracut's defense came to play today. No shots on net for Burlington still. Andrew Annunziata. Circling it back around. Ryan Ellis on his hands. Little flip pass to Lesniak, the goal scorer. At 35. Circling back around. Derek Swerchesny. Swerchesny entering, spinning, centering. Back to Lesniak. Now at the goal line, Andrew Mullen. Trying to find somewhere to go. Mullen centering, shot on net way wide. And that looks like Dracut ball, and it will be. Dracut up 1-0 early. French back to Lesniak. Circling, gets a screen, great screen. Has full head of steam now, heading on net, firing, and way wide. Dracut just trying to find a clean look again. Oh, what a smashing hit from Josh Levitt. Flag is down. Shot on net is off the pipe. And a diving chance from Max Levitt to keep possession, but it will be Dracut ball. And what's the flag here? Looks like it's on Josh Levitt. So Dracut on the power play here. And the special teams came to play. McDonald, a diving save. If he even got any part of his stick on that. James Ellis retrieves it. And now the basketball all-star takes it up the right side. And trying to find a pass, and short-handed. Another flag is down. This is Chris DeVella. Puts it in, picked up by Jason Kane. Kane going around the net and behind the net. Kane, full head of steam. Centering it for Jennings. Jennings waiting and stalling. Jennings entering, Jennings spinning. Jennings, back up top, Hannafin. Charlie Hannafin, full head of steam, spinning. Hannafin firing and scoring! Charlie Hannafin ties the game at 1. And the penalty kill team from the Devils comes through to tie the game.
15 is Charlie Hannafin. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 41 seconds.
And Burlington will maybe be on the power play too. Yes, they are. So a goal and a man advantage, looking to turn this game right around with the 1-1 score. And that's Burlington ball. And it will be Andriolo getting us started. With 3:30 and counting remaining. Wasting this power play. Starting at the 25, Andriola will walk in. Finds a pass to Hannafin, who already has a goal today. 25 now, floater to behind the net. This is Kane, back to Jennings, up top, that's Andriolo, fires one. Popped up back in the air to Jennings. Jennings circling, finding Hannafin again. Hannafin waltzes in, and a goal! Jason Kane turns this game around. It's 2-1 in the blink of an eye.
Burlington goal scored by number 4, Jason Kane. Assist by number 15, Charlie Hannafin. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
And less than a minute apart. This game went from 1-0 to 2-1. So we are already on pace for a higher scoring game than the last time these two faced off. And on the face-off, it will be Dracut getting the ball. And knocking it free is Jennings. And more hits. Dracut bringing the physicality, and that goes over, and that'll be Burlington ball. So physicality or goal prowess. And what a pass from McDonald to Jennings, who enters the zone and finds Andriolo. Andriolo now on the left side, walks in. Andriolo finding someone, and it's in again for Kane. 3-1.
Burlington goal scored by number 4, Jason Kane. Assist by number 23, Charlie Andriolo. Time of the goal, 1 minute 58 seconds.
An immediate answer to a question they asked. And that is Dracut ball. So the shots have come at Tierney Honan. And just even better execution from the Devils to make this a 3-1 game. This is Szczesny. Szczesny at the 30. Waltzing it around to the 20, now the 15, the goal line. Back behind the net, Spencer Tenorelio. Making a move, taking it in, trying to find the net, can't. Back around now to the right of McDonald. Centering it again for Szczesny. Up top, taking it in, and wide of McDonald. Jack Freeney firing one wide. And now we are at 45 seconds left here in the first. 3-1 Burlington. Back up top, Jack Feeney. Feeney making a move, trying to work against Levitt. Handing it off, Levitt. Knocked him. And a shot on net will bounce out of bounds. Now 27 seconds left. Back up top, that's French. French spinning. French now on the outside. Fires one short side, and McDonald will make the save. James Ellis working it up. 2 seconds left. One. Horn sounds. And after 1 quarter at Varsity Field, Burlington 3, Dracut 1. We'll be back at a flash.
Reminder, ladies and gentlemen.
Burlington has the lead over Dracut. And we get this show started again. We switch sides. 2 goals from Kane, 1 from Hannafin, and then Matt Lesniak for Dracut. That's all they wrote right now. Winner goes to the Elite 8 round of the MIAA tournament, and Burlington got off to a very slow start to the year with a close loss to Reading 8-9, and then blown out by Acton Boxborough 17-6. And then they went on a tear as we get things started again. Burlington now shooting to the right and Dracut to the left as they enter the zone. Tandriolo making a move, powering his way in, and shooting, and a save made. First save of the day from Tierney Honan. And now bodies fly on the ground. It will be flags flying. And someone's going to the box or taking a knee. It looks like Jennings. Whole bunch of people are. Nope, just Jennings. So Jennings will take a knee. And now on the advantage, Dracut. Trying to cut this lead in half for Burlington. Centering, that's where Chesney. To the left side now, centering, shot on net. McDonald closes the wickets. Trying to go 5-hole. French centering it. That's Chesney. Back to French. Jennings. Excuse me, no, it's not Jennings. That is John Mello entering the play, the midfielder. Dracut now all the way in, firing. Bounce shot. Won't go. Burlington's got to figure out a way to get this ball out of the zone. A big hit from Levitt. Working it in, that's French. And too short. It'll be McDonald. Getting this out of here. That's a stop they needed. And now James Ellis finding Chris Davella, who will enter the zone with a head of steam. Centering it. And just shorts. That will be Dracut ball. Perfect chance there for Daniel Hannafin. This is Charlie Wilkie. Wilkie finding Lesniak. Lesniak waltzes in. Working against Chris Davella. Up top, French. Chesney. Back in, working it in, full head of steam, bouncing one in! And a lazy effort to make the save. McDonald, and just like that, this is a 3-2 game. Jack Feeney makes this a 3-2 game.
Dracut goal scored by number 20, Jack Feeney. The time of the goal, 9 minutes, 26 seconds.
So an opening goal, about 2.5 minutes in here. 9.5 to go before the end of the second quarter. Ball is still loose, and Burlington will retrieve this one. It will be Jake Sloan. Working it in, Sloan. Back to Andriolo. Who will go all the way up top for Jennings, and Jennings can't seem to handle it. That was Charlie Wilkie. Whistles blow.
Timeout. Dracut,
And now
timeout on the field.
Dracut takes a timeout. 3:13 into the second quarter here. There's been loads of shot opportunities, just can't seem to find the net. If only the net was bigger. Maybe we should pitch that to the head of whoever controls the lacrosse rules. Make the net bigger and have these goalies wear some pads. Their only padding is sweatpants. That's not really good padding with a very hard, rubbery lacrosse ball coming at you at 80 miles an hour. See, back in my day when I played, that's all I wore too. I had a big chest pad on, and then sweatpants. That's it. It hurts. It hurts when you get hit by it. And even now, 7 years later, it doesn't feel good. So props to everyone that plays lacrosse goalie out there. Back to the action after the timeout. It'll be back to the action with Jarek Shorshesny working it in. And now behind the net at the goal line, the 15. Great defense from Davella. Trying to poke this ball free. Fires one. McDonald knocks out. Who balls that? That is Dracut ball. More whistles. It's Szczesny up top, looping it around. Coming in and firing way wide. That was Andrew Mullen. Dracut trying to find any opening to tie this game. Mullen finding up top. That is Spencer Tenerelio. Losing it, getting it back, trying to be forced out of bounds there by Mitch DeVoe, and that will be Burlington ball. Mitch doing a great job there. James Ellis will have it. And Ellis will jog up and try and find a pass. Ellis intercepted. Spencer Tenerelio, and now on a fast break and going to the ground. Still has the ball. Whistles fly. And is that another timeout? No. Maybe whistle for dangerous play. So a yellow play call is made. Let's see what Dracut has in store. Owen French. Back up top, Lesniak. Lesniak back to French. Working it in, firing one on net. That will be Dracut ball. Jennings almost cutting that one short. Putting one on and wide. That will be Burlington ball. Almost halfway done with this second quarter 3-2 game. Will be McDonald trying to rifle one deep, and he will. That is Max Levitt, and we have a timeout for Burlington, I believe.
Timeout on the field.
Three-two game here, 6:08 to go. Each team has 2 timeouts left. And Burlington has possession after a couple misses from the middies. And a pretty big turnout for a Sweet 16 game. A lot of Dracut fans and I would presume a lot of Burlington fans here. One of 4 teams left in the playoffs as of this moment right now. Boys and girls lacrosse, boys tennis, and boys volleyball are the last sports remaining. Boys volleyball in Marlborough currently for their round of 32 matchup. 3rd-year program, 3rd straight year of making the playoffs. As we get started again, it'll be Daniel Hannafin, the freshman. Back behind the net, that's Jason Kane. Kane up top. Back to Andriolo, inside to Kane. Working it around, Charlie Hannafin. Hannafin spinning around behind the net. Burlington just quick passes to find an opening. A zone defense here from Dracut. And this is what caused the 6-5 loss earlier in the year. 5:46 to go, 2nd quarter. Nothing. Hannafin thought about it, didn't. Andriolo back to Kane. Inside shoved, but nothing. Charlie Hannafin works his way and fires wide. Burlington ball. High energy here on the field. That's Andriolo. 5:15 remaining. Making a move, running in, bouncing for nobody. It's there! And backdoor almost Daniel Hannafin. Just wide of the far post. They will retain possession. Dracut fixing their defensive look. Spinning off the post. And that is Dracut ball. So another one rings off the pipe. Score remains 3-2, just under 5 to go. This is Drew Duros. Back to Tierney Honan. Now entering the offensive zone, this is Andrew Annunziata. And we got a timeout, Dracut.
Timeout on the field.
With 4.5 to go. Surprisingly windy day here. I mean, I had papers flying. Where was this weather Sunday for graduation? I mean, this would have been nice. I think Burlington was the only school to do it in the middle of the afternoon. Woburn had it at like 6 o'clock at night. It was awesome. It was breezy. It was cool. Well, I mean, could go by a lot smoother too. Just give out the diplomas and yeah, you can stay if you want to hear all the speeches. Should be a choice. Anyway, Dracut ball, 4.5 to go. It will start at the left side of Quinn McDonald. Chesney. Back behind the net still. 3-2 games still. The middies just trying to find that equalizer. French. Back behind again. Spinning around, spinning again. Open shot. McDonald shuts that chance down. Tenerelio back up top. French working around the screen. Spinning around Lesniak. Chesney. Back around, that's Mullen. Mullen faking, working against inside. Save made, ball loose. Picked up by the middies. And not. Turnover. That's Burlington ball. And it will be Ellis using his speed to try and take this one up, way up, finding a man. That's Davella. And now Burlington's chance to double their lead. Andriolo spinning, falling, still on his feet and still with the ball. Pops one up for Jennings. 2:35 to go, second quarter. Jennings waiting. Back in, now back out. Andriolo at the 35 is waiting. This is Daniel Hannafin. Hannafin working in, back out. That's Jake Sloan. Back up top, Andriolo. Andriolo making a move. Still working, falling, flags fly. That looks like a Burlington power play, picked up. And with 1:57 to go, it'll be a Burlington power play to try and double this lead. It will be 5-on-6.
1-minute personal foul for tripping. Time penalty 151.
4 long poles and a midfielder out there for Dracut. And now Burlington just keeps this ball moving with their zone defense. Andriolo inside. There's a shot to score! Hannafin Daniel this time, and it's 4-2. The freshman.
Goal scored by number 22, Daniel Hannafin. Assist by number 20,
immediately.
Charlie Andriolo. Time of the goal, 1:36 seconds.
So both the Hannafins have a goal today. And then Jason Kane has the other 2. So we got ourselves a game, folks. It will be Dracut ball. They move quickly with 1:20 to go in the first half. Maraganis back in for Lesniak. Dracut trying to find that right moment to go in and strike. New man enters the zone. Coming in the middies, firing one. McDonald's deflects that one away. Way back up top. That's French. French waiting, 42 seconds left. French running in, firing. McDonald saves it, loose in the crease, and he will cover that up. 30 seconds to go now. Burlington, one last ditch effort. This is Ryan Ellis. Ryan Ellis takes it all the way in. Andriolo dumping it off inside Kane. Kane and loses the ball to a long pole. This will go out of bounds. And Burlington retains possession. 15 seconds to go. And we got a timeout for Burlington, I believe. That is the last one of the half. So Brendan Maney trying to have one more play call before this half ends. Already up 4-2. 10 times better than the last time these two faced off. But maybe something to look forward to at halftime is getting more shots on net. I mean, you put up 19 goals on Wilmington. So why not put up maybe 10 against Dracut? That must feel good, and you'll have momentum going into the second half. Nice face-off win to open the half, and just extend this lead even more. This will be Jason Kane at the goal line with 15 seconds to go. Charlie Hannafin making a move, running in, sprinting in. Hannafin working in, thought he had the ball, he lost it, and that might end the half here with 4 seconds to go. Flag flies with 2 seconds left. And this will carry over into the second half, depending on what the call is. It looks like it's on Jennings. So it will be a Dracut power play to open up the second half. Burlington 4, Dracut 2. Second half in 10 minutes. We're back in a flash.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Third quarter of action. Burlington boys lacrosse against the middies, and Dracut opens the quarter with a goal. Swarchesny.
Second goal scored by number 13, Derek Swisteski. Assist by number 8, Andrew Mullen. Time of the goal, 10:48.
So just after the penalty expires, this is a 4-3 game. That will be Dracut ball. As they try and now erase this 1-goal deficit. Lesniak. Back up top, Swarszewski. Swarszewski running around, working against Levitt. Back in and outside. In there, centered. And caught by Ellis to McDonald, who finds an outlet pass. A little too much for Davella, but he will retrieve it. Davella to Andriolo. Andriolo waits. Back in, it's Levitt. And that's Dracut ball. And ball loose on the sideline and still loose. Dracut picks it right back up and turns upfield. Going all the way around everybody's Mullen. Andrew Mullen had it poked free, gets it right back. Mullen and a pump fake by French. And the refs mishearing the coaches resulted in a stoppage, and now Andrew Mullen will start play again with 9 minutes and counting left. Mullen, minor screen, Mullen working it in, using his wheels, firing one wide of McDonald. Still Dracut ball. This is Owen French. Spinning around back behind the net, Tenerelio. Back in, firing one and scoring! Swarszewski. And we are tied, 2 unanswered. Swarszewski tacks 2-1 to open up the second half, and we are knotted at 4. Face off will be a stalemate. It still is. And won by Dracut Burlington. Davella picks it up and takes it up the right side. And now here's the moment to retake the lead. Jason Kane. Entering the zone, Andriolo. Now waiting. Back in for a Hannafin. Finds Jennings. Jennings spinning away back to Hannafin. Hannafin couldn't get the pass across. Ball is still loose. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by Jennings. Jennings cradling back around the net. Working all the way around. 7:10 to go, third quarter. Tie game at 4. Jennings losing the ball. Picked up by the middies. Flag down. We have a hold on Charlie Maragaris. Burlington power play to try and retake this lead. It will be Hannafin. Burlington, a minute to try and put one on net and in the net. Back to and Hannafin, save made. Ball loose, Jennings will pick it up. Ball Jennings to Hannafin. Back up top, Andriolo fires one, back to Kane, who scores. It's a Jason Kane hat trick, and 5-4 with 6:38 to go.
Burlington goal scored by number 4, Jason Kane.
The pump fake and the finish.
36 seconds.
And all they needed was to give Dracut 2 goals. Dracut enters the zone after a face-off win. As Dracut looks to respond. Burlington with a man defense here. Dracut trying to use their wheels to get one on net. And no trip. That was clean. Ball will not be picked up by John Mello. Here come the middies. A spin move. Trying to center himself. A little poke check there from Josh Levitt. And what a play there from Mullen. Back behind the nets. Working against James Ellis. The long pole centered in front. McDonald the save. Loose in the crease, and he will cover that one up. And here's Jennings. Jennings will use his speed to try and enter the zone, and he will. He will cover it. Running down the left sideline with the ball in his left hand. Jennings goes all the way down. Back up top, this is Andriolo. Back to Charlie Hannafin. Hannafin runs in the zone, spins around. Hannafin waiting. Charlie Hannafin back into Charlie Andriolo. Andriolo firing one way too high and wide. That's Burlington ball. And a reset here for Jason Kane. 4.5 to go. And up top, pump fake there from Sloan. And Andriolo in front waiting. Hannafin shooting, save made. That's Dracut ball. And questionable call from the refs there. 4:05 to go, third quarter. And ball gets loose, picked up from the Devils. Here they come. It's Daniel Hannafin. Centering it, and the pass not on the same page with Jennings. Ball loose again, picked up by Jennings, who gets trucked. Whistles fly, and that'll be another power play. And Dracut doing the Florida Panthers approach. Just hit everybody. So Burlington got their 5th goal on the power play a little earlier to give them a 5-4 lead. Now they look to extend their lead. There's Sloan. That's Kane. In for Andriolo. Andriolo waiting. Back up top. Hannafin, handoff. Andriolo. In for Kane. Kane pump fakes. Finds Hannafin. Hannafin. Back to Andriolo. Firing, and it's not a soccer net, it's a lacrosse net, Charlie. But Burlington retains possession. Power play over, back to 6-on-6 here in the zone. Back to Sloan, fires one, and will it roll in? No. Almost rattled through. And Tierney Honan made sure it didn't. Here come the middies. Whistles blow, and it's a timeout for Dracut.
Timeout on the field.
All right, we're back after the timeout. It will be Dracut ball. Here come the middies, double teams now. Flag is high in the air. 2 flags. Multiple flags. And it looks like a power play. And it is Chris Tavella in the box, a defenseman. 2 goals for Swarczewski. This is Mullen. Behind the net, dropping it, and a hit to the head. There's a flag. And obvious hit to the head as Josh Levitt will make it now 6-on-4. So if there's a chance for Dracut to score, it's now. 6-on-4 for about 40 seconds. Trying to find an open look. Pump fake, shot on net wide. Dracut ball still. .142 left, 5-4 Burlington lead. Doesn't look like for long though. Trying to find an open shot, drops the ball. And another flag coming. Shot on net is out of bounds. And even more penalty time coming. Six on 3. For about 3-4 seconds, however. Big hole for Burlington to climb out of. Dracut has all the time in the world to score, and they fire one wide. Another flag. And just losing composure. 6-on-2 in the defensive zone. A party in the penalty box. And if Dracut doesn't score, my goodness. And the Dracut fans loving this. That box is loaded with Burlington players. The lone defenders out there are James and Ryan Ellis. That's it. Against 6 Dracut. So this will be fun to watch. If it ever starts. You got to start talking with your team if you're Brendan Maney. Keep the composure as the refs continue to talk over there at the penalty box. To figure something out. So one person comes back to make it 6-on-3. That will be Max Levitt, as the refs are still over at the Burlington bench talking with the coaching staff. The refs walk back onto the field. There is, in fact, 4 in the Burlington penalty box, because I don't think there's ever been 4 penalties in a single at a single time in a lacrosse game, at least to my common knowledge. To hear the middies. Minute to go in the third quarter. Down 1. Shot on net. McDonald is going to have to be so big killing this penalty. And there's one major save that shaved off 10 seconds. Fires one on. McDonald scoops it out of the ground. And now it's burning clock time, and he sends a prayer down the field to clear it out. And it looks like a Dracut timeout. So all that stoppage for just another one.
Their second of the half.
Let's get this show back on the road. Now only 2 in the penalty box for Burlington, and Dracut still has no goals to show for it. And Dracut can't seem to control the pass. That's Burlington ball. A miscommunication. And now we are back to even strength. So it was 6-on-2 at one point, and no goals for Dracut as Nolan Jennings with a full head of steam comes up. Final 7 seconds, maybe put one on net or just chew the clock. And he will just chew the clock. So after 3 quarters of play at Varsity Field, we have a 5-4 ball game. Fourth quarter is going to be a movie. Don't leave us. We'll be back in a flash.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
We're back. Fourth quarter. Burlington has the ball as Charlie Hannafin comes up full head of steam and scores! Not even 10 seconds in. It's 6-4. Charlie Hannafin Don't even let me finish my sentence, Charlie. And now Burlington has bested their goal total from the last time.
Time of the goal, 11:51.
Nine seconds in. But no lead has been bigger than 2 this game, however. As the face-off is won by Jake Sloan. It will be Dracut ball. Dracut's now going to put some pep in their step now, 4th quarter. Down 2. Swercheski. As substitution comes in, it will be Owen French. Swercheski finding Dracut looking behind the net, still behind the net. Centering, firing, wide. Dracut still has it. Back up top, ball loose. Burlington's got it. That's Chris DeVella. He works it back to Ellis. James Ellis just waltzing around. James Ellis turns up the field, finding a pass to Hannafin. Charlie Hannafin. Hannafin turning around, firing wide. Daniel Hannafin will keep possession to Burlington. Daniel Hannafin walks in the zone, enters the zone, walking all the way in, firing short side wide. It is Burlington ball still. Ten minutes and counting. Up top, Hannafin. Finds DeMori. Back over to Jennings. Nolan Jennings has been quiet today. Who runs in? Jennings. Still waiting. Nolan Jennings working his way around, finding short side and a score! Daniel Hannafin from Nolan Jennings. It's 7-4.
Burlington goal scored by number 22, Daniel Hannafin.
And this game is busted wide open. 7-4.
38.
It's Burlington ball after that. Andriolo waltzing in, finding Hannafin short side, ball loose, picked up by Dracut. Helmets come off, and there's a whistle right away. No flags, however. Let's keep the helmet tighter. That could have been dangerous. So 9:17 to go. Dracut down 3. See what type of comeback they have. Annunziata. Over to the long ball on the right side, and there he goes, way upfield. That's Drew Duras. Still doing everything the long pole. Dumps it off, ball loose. Whose ball? That's Burlington ball. Ball popped high in the air, picked up by Levitt, who finds Jennings. Nolan Jennings back behind the net. That's Daniel Hannafin finding Kane. Kane up top, Andriolo, who will just sit there and burn some clock. Demori. At the 25, Andriolo makes a move, walks in. Andriolo smothered, and that will be Burlington ball. Trying to body his way through 3 Dracut defenders. 8:19 to go. It will be Kane. Jason Kane still working. Kane firing one in, putting it in! Jason Kane with a snipe! 8-4.
Burlington goal scored by number 4, Jason Kane. Final goal 7
And the Kaner,
second.
maybe the kill shot of the middies. Ball still loose on the ground. And it will be picked up by Burlington. Burlington's still trying to find more insurance goals. Sloan spin move. Sloan still going. Dumping it off to Jennings. Jennings turns it over. Flag flies. Here come the middies at the 33-yard line. All the way down looking for a clear shot. Centering it over to Swieczewski. Inside trying to center himself. Swieczewski firing and scoring. Derek Swieczewski makes it a 3-goal game with 6:48 to go. They're not dead yet.
Second goal scored by number 13, Derek Swieczewski.
Another flag.
48 seconds.
So 2 flags after all that. And it looks like Burlington will have the ball at some point. It'll be Andriolo trying to burn all the clock they can, the Devils. Looking for another goal. Andriolo. Back in. Kaner. In for Jennings. Jennings. All the way around to Andriolo again. Inside Hannafin. Charlie Hannafin. Ball loose. Picked up by the middies. Ball somehow still in Dracut's hands. Charlie Mariganis making sure Dracut has a clear shot to come back. Sorocheski has it. Back inside, 5:41 to go, 8-5 game. Sorocheski back to French. French firing one, save. And the rebound loose, and there's McDonald back in the net. Finds one, Sorocheski. Trying to find his way in. Poked free. Loose. Still Dracut ball. Great chance from DeVella, the long pole. Dracut just looking for that clear shot, and this is not time to be fondling around. Fires one. Didn't even make it to the net. It will be picked up by Burlington. That's Max Levitt. Back in for James Ellis. James Ellis across the field to Levitt. Burlington enters the zone, and now they can take their time. Daniel Hannafin. Firing one, save made by Cole Tierney Honan. 4:20 to go, fourth quarter. And and there's just a two flags fly, 3 flags fly. Everyone saw that. And in disbelief, Ryan Ellis, and he will go to the box. 4:14 to go in the fourth quarter. You can't be giving up penalties like that. Dracut now trying to cut this lead back down to 2. 4 minutes to go in the final quarter. Looking for an opening. Back behind the net, Tenerelio. A drop pass, ball on the ground, picked up by Dracut. And then a turnover. Levitt will try and enter the offensive zone and will. It'll be shorthanded. Opportunity. Andriolo still working, coming in. Andriolo firing and just wide. Save made, rebound chance for Hannafin. It will be picked up by Tierney Honan, who just fires one loose and almost picked up by Jennings, who would have had a clear shot for a goal. And continuous forecheck here, and it will be Dracut ball with 3:12 to go. Burlington fans not happy with that. Here come the middies with speed. Sorocheski back behind the net, spinning around up top, and a pass dropped, almost picked up by Ellis. It will be picked up, however, by the other Ellis brother. No, that's DeVella. Chris DeVella enters the zone, takes it all the way down to the 10 now at the goal line. And he will circle back to the defensive zone. Entering the zone, almost Andriolo. Fight for the puck. He boxes out. Andriolo still fighting for that ball. 2:30 to go. Loose again. Jennings will pick it up. And it will be a timeout for Burlington with 2:27 left. Dracut has none. Back at it, 2.5 minutes before the end of this game. Barring the unforeseen, Burlington will move on. And the goalie now out of the net for Burlington. He dropped his stick and it's bent, it's broken. We have a broken goalie stick. And the chirping is still active for this Burlington fans over here. Cruising their way to an Elite Eight appearance. Hard-fought, gritty 8-5, well, pending 8-5 win. Burlington out of the net, and no penalty there. It'll be cleared out. There's the flag. Nolan Jennings would have had a wide open goal. So Dracut just won't leave. And a very loud stay in the net. And Jennings still can't find the net. 2 minutes remaining. Here comes Dracut. Big lawn pole now coming up. Finding a man, centering it, and firing, and McDonald makes the save, squaring up to the ball. All the way down, Andriolo will now use his wheels. Charlie Andriolo keeping it out in front of him. Centering it, dropped. Retrieved by Duras. Drew Duras up the right side, across the 50 now. Spinning around with his long pole. Back over Lesniak, who got the scoring started. Lesniak stays in bounds. Flag thrown, 1:13 to go. And Burlington will touch it. As with 1:09 to go, it will be one last, hopefully last power play for Dracut. As I think they are. No, I thought they were going to pull the goalie. I don't think you could do that in lacrosse, even though that would be pretty awesome. A minute exactly to go in the final quarter, 8-5. The middies, spin move, fires one, and top shelf in. They're not dead yet. Owen French with 51 seconds to go. 8-6 Burlington. And it's crunch time.
Dracut goal scored by number 21, Owen French.
They're not dead yet.
51 seconds.
And it's a Dracut face-off win. But Burlington will retrieve it. This is Chris DeVella. Dumps it off to James Ellis. Ellis all the way down, finding Jason Kane, a flag. Is that the final whistle? Is that the final whistle? A whistle was blown. Anything can happen, refs. Don't call it now. And here's Andriolo, who will fire one on net and score. And it will be 9-6 with 30 seconds left. As it rattled home around the nets. An empty net, Cherry on top. With 30 seconds left here in the final quarter. It is a Dracut face-off win. 29 seconds left. Here they come. A latch-stitch effort, so Burlington will move on in the MIAA state tournament to the Elite 8 round. Dracut middies will go home as McDonald will let that one roll out. And 9-6 is our final. A flag at the end doesn't mean anything now.
Final score, Burlington 9, Dracut 6.
Anthony Matos here saying so long and toodles. Robert Paris directing, Chris Rose on camera. A statement win for the Devils. From Varsity Field, I'm Anthony Matos, 9-6 your final. Toodles.